Yeah, I want to hear the story. We're going back to camp to talk about it?
Yep, just waiting for everybody.
Is everybody here?
I don't think Abraham's here yet.
Sorry, it was in my head.
Oh, what is that?
What do you mean you can't look at me the same?
Trust me, I can't look at you the same after that voice. No.
Hey, I gotta have a fake voice, you know?
Oh my god, that was like listening to my Asian stepbrother on this couch. Like, my god.
Did it make you laugh?
That's like literally my friend trying to pull off an Asian accent. Like, what do you mean I can't be in this town? What do you mean? What the fuck?
Yeah, I bet you all weren't expecting that, huh?
I really wasn't. I mean, I like the Eddie Law. Because I could have gone with that. I would have been like the way you acted. And I was like, ah, here goes Law again. Like as a nickname.
Yeah.
And they seem to bought it, so.
Oh, being ambushed. I don't got no gun. Oh shit, oh shit.
Hey, run.
It's getting shot.
I don't got no guns, Oh, that fucking security we got. God damn.
It took me a second. I'm sorry. I didn't have guns like that. I got you.
Still too much coming. One more. That guy right there on that horse in the middle. Oh wait, no, that's not him. Right here, this guy. There you go.
So you gotta direct me so I don't shoot the teammates, goddammit. My god, man, I almost shot people.
I'm gonna be like, Cora,
It's
what are you
not my
doing?
fault if I accidentally-
I'm like, what are you doing, Cora?
I didn't fire yet. I was like, this one right here doesn't fire. No, not that one, Cora, not that one. I didn't know. I was like in the middle. I didn't fire. I didn't fire until you told me the right one. Okay, I swear. The mouse are paying attention.
Make sure you're whispering. I'm just saying, whisper. This was we did a setup.
We did this together.
Yep, without anybody knowing except for me, Dean, and Miller. And they fell for it. You know, the mall we thought we had. we had ruled her out, but
Too loud.
talk to you about it later.
Yeah, just let me move. I don't want to.
God damn. My horse is tired.
That looks like Jack's horse. But he looks just like
Man, I thought you was the goner there, Eddie.
Nah. I can throw my way out of stuff.
Can't be
Mr. Eddie
scared there.
for governor at this point. Like, I'll step down. Like, damn.
Howdy. Conrad, howdy.
I was trying to make sure she got where we're supposed to go.
All right, everyone, come over by the bonfire and everyone take a seat. We have a discussion.
To see everybody. If you're wondering, that was me on on horse driving by you guys at that checkpoint.
I thought that was.
I heard Dean Jacobs' voice as I went by. I was like, oh, they got stopped. Okay, I'm gonna keep it moving.
I was like, oh, that's Conrad.
That was funny. I did. If you saw your telegram, I did do a load for you. By the way, we did. I got rid of the sugar cubes that we had. We do need to split the profit with farmers. That would be Tommy and Jack here, who kind of put together the sugar cubes. But I sent the money to you.
Oh, very good. All right. Yeah, make a note because I'll forget by the time we get to that. Gentlemen, feel free to grab a seat. Mr. Taylor, let's. You have some information for us? Want to talk about?
Yeah, everyone sit down. Chairs, the logs. Seat 2 people wherever you feel comfortable at. Just take a seat. So I'd first like to say that went exactly how I expected it to go. Some of you know exactly what we just did. Some of you don't. And let me elaborate on what happened. So we set up basically a trap so we could figure out if law enforcement is being fed information. Now, when they approached the decoy wagon, they thought that Jose was Mr. Jacobs, which indeed he's not, but they kept accusing him of being Mr. Jacobs. Now let's all sit here and think for 5 seconds on why you would have been asking if he was Dean Jacobs and why Dean is so important. And then I want everyone to tell me.
Really? This is interesting. Are you guys telling me the truth? They stopped you and asked for Dean Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That is crazy. Apologies. Apologies for the interruption. Till it continue. This
by all means.
revelation. This kind of. Anyways, go ahead.
So now that everyone had 30 seconds to think about what you would have been asking, I want each and every person here, one by one, to tell me what their thoughts are on it to make sure we're all on the same page.
Alright. I guess I'll start it. I guess we got a snitch in our group.
I would concur with that.
Mr. Montoya, before we go down that route, that is a possibility crossed my mind, but you really do think amongst these fine folk, someone is a snitch, huh? Informing the law? Is that what you're suggesting?
There has to be.
Interesting. Is there any alternative? And I don't mind going down that route because we do need to resolve that particular accusation, but is there any other possible explanation? Again, I'm not worried about going down that route and dealing with what needs to be dealt with, but before we dive in, I want to make sure there's no other alternatives. That any other reason why my name come up insistent by the lawman.
Here's what
No,
happened.
there would not be at all. We'll let Montoya kind of give it a little bit more of the inside sight into why we all think that. Go ahead, Montoya.
So we crossed that bridge, right? Y'all crossed it, then we crossed it. Law came straight at us, and most of the group thought that our wagon had the load. But Mr.
Only
Deans,
because, not to cut you off, Montoya, but only because they thought Jose was Dean. They were looking for Dean, knowing that Dean had the product. I'll keep going.
yeah, we did a switcheroo and loaded everything into Mr. Dean's stuff, and I only had one brick of buds on me. We crossed the bridge, they pulled us over, and they asked us for our name, and right off the bat they were like, "You sure you're not Dean Jacobs?" I was like, "I think I've met you before." I was like, "I'm Eddie Lawson, I ain't no Dean Jacobs." He's like, "No, I'm pretty sure you're Dean Jacobs." I'm like, "Nope, that's not me." And he tried to keep accusing me, and of course to give you guys more time, I was like, "Well, if you can keep abusing me, I ain't gonna talk to y'all." And I tried to write off a little bit. I wasn't gonna write off a whole lot. And a different deputy came up to me. He's like, talk to me. And I talked to him, and I guess they looked into stuff, and they finally realized that I wasn't Dean Jacobs. And I guess since I really didn't commit much of a crime, I mean, I actually stopped later on. They just let me go. But yeah, they accused me of being you, Mr. Dean.
That's.
They were set on it.
I'm still in disbelief. Pardon my silence. I'm still in disbelief. So you're suggesting someone amongst us notified the lawman? Is it possible that lenses were involved? Sands, anybody in our group, without the assistance of anybody in our group?
Yeah, there could be. I don't know, Mr. Tiller, what do you think?
I would 100% agree, and I 100% know already.
100% know already what?
Well, let's just say a lot of things have been set up, and you have to look between the lines when something like this is happening, and you got to set things up to where you're at advantage. The biggest thing with any kind of rat is we have to set the trap for him, and somebody in this group walked into that trap.
Interesting.
I want to make myself perfectly clear here that we were all under the same agreement that we do not run our mouths about what goes on here. And joining that fold, that should be pretty common sense.
Any other?
Like I was saying, I know exactly who the person is because of this setup.
Wow. Does anybody else have any thoughts they want to share?
Clearly, I missed all the action.
Telling me I just got back from Texas.
Jack, is that you?
Yes, sir, Mr. Jacobs.
Well, it wasn't Jack then. And was it Conrad? Is it Conrad? Just tell me straight.
No, it's not Conrad.
You sure? You positive?
Very good, Conrad.
Well, if you are among us, I suggest you speak up and own up to your doing.
I guess, Mr. Tiller, that's the point that Abraham brought up is what do we do now? Do we give the individual an opportunity to just fess up and say, hey, I am so sorry I did this? What do you suggest, Mr. Tiller?
Well, the underlying issue is it shouldn't be done in the first place. And I'd say we handle the situation. But not to mention of how all this is happening is against government law. and I have memories of this whole situation, of how it transpired, how they're figuring out what we're doing when they're not here, and so on and so forth.
If I may, I do think we should call for a founders meeting. As one would say, perhaps there is an audit that needs to be made.
Well,
Perhaps we need to go through our roster of employees, gentlemen.
In conclusion of how we handle this problem, we take care of it right now. Now let this be a goddamn lesson to every motherfucker sitting here that you do not run back to law under no circumstance. We are part of a company. We need to be a company. Don't run back to law and say what the fuck we're doing. Now that's my conclusion.
I'd say that's quite the conclusion.
I think Mr. Tiller handled that very well. This is not something that needs to be treaded lightly now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just speechless at the moment. As if you don't hear me talking, this is because I'm in utter disbelief. I am shocked, if you will. So I'm still I'm still catching up. My brain's catching up to all that's happening. I guess in conclusion, someone was using extra county, let's say, lenses to notify the law of what was happening. Yeah, that is a crime, for sure.
Well, after all this has happened, I guess it's fair to say let's go down to Dewberry and have a founders meeting, only founders. And the rest of y'all can just hang around camp or do whatever you want while we go and talk.
Mr. Dean, I do have one thing to say.
Yeah, Corey.
I have 1,500 goods ready.
1,500 goods. You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been busy. I have 1,500 goods plus, and Montoya's been taking it.
All right, friends, just give me a minute. I'm going to be in my head because that was just a lot to process. So just give me a minute. You got it. That's a lot. So
Can someone just do me a favor? Can we take care of the rotting flesh that's out here? I don't want to ruin the good grass we have for fertilizers. Our ranchers and farmers, come on, we gotta keep it clean. Somebody, please. Just take it out back, burn it. I don't know what you got to do. Mr. Tiller, fellow founders, will I give Mr. Dean a moment? This way, please.
I'm gonna need a blunt.
Mr. Tiller, come over here. Oh. Well, I got a sec. Well, I do gotta say, I was not expecting that.
It doesn't surprise me. She kept walking away a few times. There were a few times where I'm pretty sure she was in county and then just wouldn't come to picking up.
Yep.
It honestly kind of makes sense. There are a few like things. Not only that, but they said that she was friendly with Lala, if I remember right. It is quite disappointing though. Back to the only female member. Well, I guess Sophie was before I think, but I didn't know she was here before when I first joined.
I hope she didn't tell him where my damn moonshine still was.
Hey, if she did, I have a place in the county that I can literally show you that's super hidden.
It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just move in and safeguards.
Yeah, I really honestly would move it. Well, no, it's in Gorma. Law can't go to Gorma, so actually he's safe. It's safe there. If she knew where ours was in county, it would be screwed. But he is actually, I think, safe considering it's in Gorma, so you're fine.
I probably should still move it just to be careful.
She can have access to it.
Yep.
I'm almost done with my thoughts here, friends. Sorry. Oof. Making it in. Just give me one or two more minutes. I'll be ready to go. Are we meeting at the house? Is that the next? Did I hear
Founders
that?
meeting. Sorry, guys. Yes, founders meeting, Mr. Jacobs. When you're done being yours.
All right. Why don't you let me hop on someone's horse and then we'll head over to the house for the founders meeting. Somebody wouldn't mind. I'll still be in my head though. Ladies and gentlemen, part of me.
Forgive my horse. My horse has no manners.
Part of me wants to say I'm sorry how things went down. The other part of me says, "Well,
I'm so sorry."
I know. Damn, I know it's.
Just because it's got no manners.
There we go. Sorry,
Jack,
you know what? You saw nothing.
Crazy time.
I certainly did.
Jack came in and is like, "What the? You mind if I get a ride there, Abraham? Appreciate it."
You said CEO first.
All right, friends, we will have to debrief this more. I know this is a shock. Just kind of chew on it, and I will as well. But we're going to have a quick meeting, and we'll catch up with you soon. I'm going to be heading out of county after the meeting, so I will catch you all later.
Alrighty.
A reminder, everybody.
See you later, Mr. Jacob.
I'll come back to camp afterwards.
All right.
I will come back as well.
So you ran.
A small reminder in case anybody sees Mr. Tiller, tell him we went back to the house for a meeting. If he comes back before we do, please and thank you.
Will do.
Where is he? Did he take off?
I think he went to chat with the other government officials.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Gentlemen, we read.
Honestly, like speaking.
Holy shit.
I was expecting this. No, so Montoya told me she asked for the route every time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so Montoya told me that like a few days ago. That's why we were suspecting Elkie. Like she was up there on second, but then she came number one when when Montoya told me she was asking for the route every single time.
That's something.
So that's, I guess, yeah. I didn't even know that they were going to test him. Like, I had a feeling that this was going to be, like, a test run, but I didn't think that she would actually fucking fall for it. Which just really sucks, too, because she was also my number one vote to have help with the outfits. Because, Mr. Dean's taste is, questionable sometimes. But we didn't just want Elkie doing it either, so it was supposed to be, like, a two thing. So I think it was going to be Conrad, Clifton, Elkie, Montoya, and Dean. Well, I don't know who's all going to do the outfits, but I had my vote on Elkie because she would at least have some good taste, I thought, but I went out the window. But yeah, she asked for the routes every single time, so she ended up just ruining herself doing that, sadly. I didn't even think, though, Tiller would do that. That was a good call, too. And he stood behind me for a while, too. I was kind of worried. I was like, Tiller, you're behind me. And then he just kind of rolled around and almost like played Duck, Duck, Goose when she was the goose.
Well, I'm glad that's knocked out.
Yep.
It's better to be taken care of now than later.
Yeah, I mean, even if we let her go, Lord knows what other secrets she might have spilled.
Yeah.
Only thing is, I told her where my moonshine still was. Told her that I did a little bit of dealing on the side just to make some extra cash. Know what I mean?
Time to move.
The issue is now is we're all gonna have to change our outfits so that what Mr. Dean wants is for what he wants before for what did he say?
I was just telling her different ways to where she can make some extra cash. Thought I was being a, nice fella about doing that.
No. Plus, it honestly kind of makes sense. Almost every time after we would do deliveries, even real deliveries, she would disappear.
She would disappear.
She kept doing that, and even Montoya noticed. And like there were some times when she was on county, but then she never came back to the camp. I even told Montoya and tell her that she would be on, but then wouldn't show up here and wouldn't check in with me like regularly, like she would. So. Spiritually, I wonder what they're gonna do now. Well, if and when they come back, I know me and Montoya are doing delivery goods, but I got 1,500 plus, so.
I think I got 143. I don't have quite enough.
But you're a rancher, aren't you?
I still got mud. I still got some milk that I can turn into butter.
Well, I think you can only deliver 50 at a time. It's just delivery drivers that can do 150, so that you technically have a full load for yourself if you're a rancher.
Yeah. I mean, I focus on security. I usually just sell butter here and there just to keep my bank account afloat. You know what I mean?
Me over here just grinding butter 24/7 daily.
I guess I'm gonna have to hit the mines at some point and figure out how all that will work.
What do you mean?
Because I'm new to the county here still, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, fresh couple of days off the train.
Kind of still in shock, guys.
I mean, to be honest, and no offense, but take it from a woman, she's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is the easiest infiltration thing? I mean, even the dusty jackets were talking about it. They were wondering if they should use a woman to get Mr. Sherman Freeman out, or Freeman out. I mean, a woman is not that hard to change her personality. I'm just telling you. When she talked, it was different, but when that law pulled up, I mean, she kind of just automatically was like, we're fine, we're just doing normal stuff. I mean, I understand why Eddie, at the time, had reacted to that, but, like, she kind of did the same thing he did. It's just like, we're just doing normal goods. Like, just could have shushed.
Well, honestly, I thought that was fucking bandits about to rob our asses.
There was way too many. There was just way too many in general. Like, way too many cops, almost like.
So that's why I stayed with you, and then once we got up there, I heard them yelling out, Sheriff's Department. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Tripper, or the, you know what it is, was, like, going to accuse me because I fell back behind that time because you ran in front of me, and I was going to be like, no, I have a witness. I was tripped. And I was fat. I tried to like get back on your horse, but then you kept trotting away from me, and I was like, "No, come back! I'm fat." And I was like, "Screw it! I'll just call for my horse and just run for it."
What's going on here? Oh, that's an ambush.
Are we being ambushed?
Yeah. I'm stuck.
Guessing they must have run off.
Yeah, I'm out there reload camp. I was stuck in the damn tent right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that tent is a little weird for me as well. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
You're a farmer, right?
I am.
Do you make animal feed and stuff?
I believe so. I haven't tried, to be honest.
Would you like some pig crap?
Oh, would I?
I was gonna give some to our other farmer that was new, but I have like 2,000. I need at least to rip some of it, so.
Yeah, I'll certainly take that off your hands if you don't mind.
Not all of it though. I want to save some for him, but I'll give you some.
Of course, of course. Actually, I think I might have some sugarcane seeds still in storage. I might get to work on that.
So, like I said, did the government have to get involved in that?
Yeah, the governor was involved. She reported it all the way to the higher up. Also, goddammit, you walked away from me. I'm trying to give you shit. Literally, shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go. But yeah, that green guy in the jacket that I hear. Yeah.
I can't hear you cutting out.
Sorry, I had a thing pop up. It cut my screen off. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, that person in the green jacket, I'm pretty sure that was the governor who talked to Montoya, who was Eddie at the time.
Okay. I'm just trying to get used to how things are done in county. Like that sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know the woman who we talked to was the sheriff deputy or something like that. Second in charge. I miss Elkie already.
Yeah, you might have. What you mean, miss her? You might have been the next one on the list.
I was
from
the
her.
next one on the list, actually. I was already being followed, and I'm pretty sure by her associates.
Who, Elkies?
Yeah.
Who was she associated with?
She had a few gentlemen. I don't. You weren't there for us, but when me and Montoya did a run one time, we had a woman accuse us of shooting arrows at her that was on a gypsy banner that was splashed, like the piebald, but the different coloring. Her friend was on that, and only Elkie knew that I had just bought that horse that day. And they accused, that woman specifically accused us, like me and Montoya specifically, and saying that we were attacking her and started trying to instigate with us. I couldn't even pull out my new gypsy cop because of that shit.
Oh, these masks, man.
Yeah, and one of her friends, who she said was her friend, wasn't with her at the time, and apparently he was shooting a woman without, like, instigating.
Okay. What about these masks, man? Did she know these masked people, or was that actual people that Montoya knew?
These were actual. No. So these people were not masked, and these were. I don't know if the woman was her associate, but I know that the man she said was her friend, and that they were not shooting at anyone. But that woman specifically described that man and that horse, who Elkie was with, were shooting at her, and then me and Montoya got accused of it, and I literally had to explain to that woman, like, hey, I will give you my Discord and I will show you the memories. I swear to God, we did not shoot you. I wouldn't do that. We were literally on delivery wagons. And when Montoya pulled out his coal wagon, she said, that's the wagon right there. It must have been you guys. She kept hardcore accusing us, so that's why I'm pretty sure she was with their group.
Okay, so what you're saying is they still have associates out there looking into us.
Yeah, there's associates down in Tumbleweed. That's where she keeps hanging out. I told Montoya that.
Okay.
She hangs out there, and I've seen a few people with her around there, not just Law, like some other people. But those people, I mean, like I said, I don't know if this is true or not. Like if that woman was telling the truth, but that woman said that that she was shot at without any instigation. And so I told her I would not do that, and that we would show memories as proof, even Montoya, and eventually she left us alone after about 20 minutes of arguing with us. But Elke ended up showing up exactly right as we showed up in town. She was right up on the cliff ridge, and then that woman showed up right behind her, and they followed us into town. So, me and Montoya have been a little bit suspicious of Elke for a little while, so I'm honestly not surprised, but I didn't know that they were setting a trap for her. I'm glad that is over and dealt with.
I mean, I
I'm
knew
not
she
gonna
did
lie,
some
Clifton, you were also
pretty...
We were suspicious of you a little bit.
Shit, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Oh yeah, we know. I'm just saying, I've seen Clifton, he's pretty honest, and he hates, or Montoya said that you don't really particularly like Flaw, and I'm like, well, other than that, I don't really have anything, other than Clifton, me not knowing him, super well, me specifically not knowing you super well, that was pretty much it. All the other employees were there, but we just had the top 3 of who has been here the longest, who was likely to give me information, and then Elke ended up becoming number 1 when he told me about her asking for the route every time, even just for our regular deliveries.
Yeah, I told Montoya everything about me.
Oh yeah, and Montoya said that he didn't assume it was me because, I've had run-in with the law. I'm not particularly, happy with the law, but I'm not super friendly with them either. And I've also dealt with a gang that has tipped off law before to get us in trouble, and I won't do that again.
Everybody's still a little quiet over that.
I mean, we're probably all still in shock except for me. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that it was her, but at the same time, I was expecting it so hard.
I mean, I can't say I was expecting because everybody that always talked about her, I felt like she was high regard in the camp.
I mean, she was a part of our night crew. Me, Clifton, and Montoya's night crew. She was our thing, but then there were just times when she just kept walking away many times.
I mean, I'll talk to the rest, but I didn't like the idea that I was questioned in the whole situation.
What do you mean, questioned?
I was 3rd on the list there.
Oh, that was just between me and Montoya. That was our suspicions. We were putting down a list, and I just had you as 3rd as my personal thing.
Probably because you were all black.
Personal, I'm very sorry. We were just suspicious and putting people on the list. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was probably 2nd on their list in the founders for, and I don't really care. I understand it's a snitch we're dealing with.
I mean, you can't have just one. It'll just be a witch hunt at that point.
Yeah. That's why you were 3rd, and Elke was number 1, and who was number 2nd? I forget. I don't remember. Clifton, Elke. I think it was maybe one of the new farmers that we had. I know it wasn't Jack. I think maybe we said Tommy. I don't know. I just remember we were putting people down. I was putting people down on the thing.
I guess whoever was next on the list doesn't really matter at this point now, do they?
Yeah, no, it doesn't anymore. No, it really doesn't. It's over and done with.
Something else, is it? always going to be a testing field around here, or what?
Well, we
Oh, you
didn't
can
really
prove
have a
your
choice
worth.
for this one.
I mean,
maybe it's just gonna be a more robust hiring process.
absolutely.
It honestly does need to be.
As
I
it
told
should.
Latoya that you need to just put new people on certain runs and then rotate them out only with the other guys that you do trust. But I think that's kind of what this run was about, is to test who the new folk were doing it and who was not doing it. And everyone was on the suspect list, except for probably the founders. Because I know that we're all going to be on the suspect list now. Everyone has to check their employees. So we're all going to be under scrutiny. I watch now.
Well, I guess if you ain't got nothing to hide, you ain't got nothing to worry about then, right?
Yep.
Well, I think I'm gonna put some work clothes on and do a little bit of hunting while they're away.
All right. You are the trapper, aren't you?
Nah, I'm a farmer, but I just enjoy hunting too much.
Know enough to change your job or not? Who is the trapper?
Oh, I don't remember his name.
You know what would have been really nice is if Elkie gave the trapper all her goods and then lost it all.
Would have been a
Just
little
saying.
better, huh?
Out of the times that she screwed us, she kind of probably deserves it. But at the
Anybody
same
know
time,
any switches we can get the stuff back and then
but at the same time, Montoya probably just lost a horse because he gave a horse or two to Elkie to train. He can say bye-bye to that now.
I will see y'all in a little bit.
Stay
All right.
safe.
be safe.
Yeah, after that, I don't think Montoya is too worried about the horse.
Right. Spiritually, what do you think they're gonna do in Discord-wise with her?
Probably remove her.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, I hope they do that soon today. The less information she has, the better it is for us.
I'm sure she's going to be kind of salty about the whole situation.
That's the thing. I expected her to be salty because she was there when she got shot. She wasn't exactly AFK. So I've been waiting for her to say something, to be honest, in the chat.
Maybe she thought she could just escape by.
Looks like they're picking up someone new in the county. I just looked at the newspaper. Yeah, she's offline. She is gone. Not gone from the Discord yet, but definitely gone offline.
Now, what would protect us from her making a new character and trying this shit all over again?
Well, that's what Mr. Dean and we should talk to Montoya about and express our concerns. I mean, if
Because grievance in the server is strictly prohibited.
yeah, but it doesn't mean she can't have her server to come back, or it's his cousin to come back and to spy on us. But I think we should tell Mr. Dean that the hiring process should definitely be new, and that each person needs to go through a certain amount of tests, like how LP what LP took.
Alright. I don't know how, but this area is super populated.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, wrong horse. Come on. Alright, where y'all want to go? Probably anywhere, right? Emerald?
Yeah, just go. Go somewhere.
I guess keep riding.
There are people literally riding down to here just to get away from wherever. That's why I thought it was cold down here because it just turned red.
Yeah, we should be good right here. I've never seen an area turn red.
Yeah, that was at first. I kept turning red and then yellow and then red and then yellow and then red. It's just hard.
Might be the government in that area.
Yeah,
Possibly. You think maybe the lawmen are
sitting at camp
following
for
the
D?
I don't know.
Okay, well, now I feel like we should kind of go back and look, because we didn't even really look over the ridge on the way. Clifton, how about you go back and check real quick? Just take a quick